Welcome to Learn Maths with Kalpana. We are studying squares and square roots. Today we will see some of the facts in squares and square roots. So let's start with that.
First fact which we are going to see is adding triangular numbers. So here you can see some triangular numbers. So what are these triangular numbers? Here you can see number 1. So number 1 has only one number, then coming to number 3. So three numbers are there. Here you can see if you arrange these three numbers, you can see one triangle is formed. Then we can see number 6. So for number 6, you can see six numbers are there, and if you arrange these six numbers, then you can see a triangle like this is formed. And again in numbers 10, 10 numbers are there. So if you arrange the 10 numbers, then again a triangle like this can be formed. So four numbers are arranged like this, then four numbers are arranged like this, and three numbers are here. So 4 plus 3, this is equal to 7, 7 plus 3 equal to 10. So this is a triangle formed by this 10 numbers. Now, coming to this number 15. So, in 15, there are 15 numbers. So, here you can see 5 numbers are arranged vertically and 5 numbers are arranged horizontally. So, here another 6 numbers are arranged in triangular form. So, these all numbers are forming a triangle. So, this is also a triangle formed by these all 15 numbers. So here now I'm adding this number 1 with this number 3. So when I'm adding 1 with 3, what I'm getting? I'm getting 4. So 1 is a triangular number and 3 is also a triangular number. So when I'm adding 1 with 3, I'm getting 4. So what is 4? 4, I'm getting a square number. Here you can see when I'm arranging these 4 numbers, I'm getting a square. So 4 is a square number and 4 is the square of 2. So 2 square is equal to 4. So when I'm adding 1 and 3, I'm getting 4. 4 is a square number. Now, similarly, let's add 3 and 6. So 3 is also a triangular number and 6 is also a triangular number. So when I'm adding 3 and 6, I'm getting 9. And when you arrange these 9 numbers, then again you will get a square number. Here you can see this is a square formed by these 9 numbers, and 9 is the square of 3. So 3 square is equal to 9. Again, when I'm adding two triangular numbers, I'm getting a square number that is equal to 9. Now, again, see the addition of 6 and 10. 6 is a triangular number and 10 is also a triangular number. So when I'm adding 6 and 10, I'm getting 16. And when you arrange these 16 numbers, again what am I getting? I'm getting a square. Okay. So here again when I'm adding two triangular numbers, I'm getting a square number. And 16 is the square of 4. So 4 square is equal to 16. So when I'm adding two triangular numbers, that is 6 and 10, I'm getting a square number that is 16. So here what is the conclusion we are drawing from here? So here we can draw the conclusion that when we are adding two triangular numbers, then we are getting a square number. Again you can see when I'm adding 10 and 15, so what will be 10 plus 15? That will be equal to 25. So what is 25? 25 is the square of 5. Okay. So when you arrange these 25 numbers, then again you will get a square. Okay. When you add this 10 and 15, then you will get a complete square. So when you're adding two square triangular numbers, then you will get a square numbers. So that is the first interesting fact about a square number. The next fact is numbers between two square numbers. Now, let us see if we can find some interesting pattern between two consecutive square numbers. Now, for that, consider the number 1. This is the first square number, that is 1. So 1 square is equal to 1, and the next square number is 4. So between 1 and 4 we have 2 and 3. So how many non-square numbers are there? That is 2 and 3. Okay. So two non-square numbers are there between 1 and 4. Now next square number is 3 square, that is equal to 9. Now between 4 and 9 we have 5, 6, 7, 8 and then 9. So how many non-square numbers are there? That is 4. Here we have 2 and here we have 4. Now next square number is 4 square, that is equal to 16. Now between 9 and 16, let's see how many non-square numbers are there. So after 9 we have 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 and then 16. So how many non-square numbers do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Okay. So 6 non-square numbers we have between 9 and 16. Now next non-square number, square number is 5 square, that is equal to 25. Now let's see the number of non-square numbers between 16 and 25. So 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24 and 25. So how many numbers do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we have total 8 numbers. Now, do we see any pattern in this? Here we have two numbers, here we have four numbers, here we have six numbers, and here we have eight numbers. Now the difference between 25 and 16 is equal to how much? 9. Similarly, the difference between 16 and 9 is equal to how much? 7. But here between 16 and 25, how many numbers we have? 8. And between 9 and 16, how many numbers do we have? 6. So between n plus 1, suppose we have two numbers, that is n and n plus 1. Okay, we want to find out the difference between n plus 1 square and n square. So n plus 1 square minus n square will be equal to how much? N plus 1 square, we have a formula of n plus 1 square in algebra. You might know it or not. I'm just telling you the formula of n plus 1 square, that is a plus b whole square. We have a formula in algebra, that is equal to a square plus 2ab plus b square. I will apply this formula over here. So n plus 1 square can be written as n square plus 2. In place of a I will write n, and in place of b I will write 1, so it will be 2n only, plus 1 square will be written as 1 minus n square. Okay, so this n square will cancel out, and I will get it as equal to 2n plus 1. So the difference of n plus 1 square uh, minus n square, that is the difference of n plus 1 whole square and n square is 2n plus 1. Okay, so between n plus 1 whole square and n square I will have 2n number of numbers. Okay, so here, so in general, we can say that there are 2n non-perfect square numbers between the squares of the numbers n and n plus 1. Like here we have two non-perfect square numbers between the numbers 1 and 4. Here 4 is the square of 2. Similarly, we have four non-perfect square numbers between 4 and 9. 6 non-perfect square numbers between 9 and 16. 9 is the square of 3 and 16 is the square of 4. Okay. Similarly, 8 non-perfect square numbers between 16 and 25. 16 is the square of 4 and 25 is the square of 5. I hope this is clear to all of you. Okay. Now, the next interesting fact is adding odd numbers. So, to see this fact, consider the following. So, 1 is equal to 1 square. Now, add 3 with 1. So, 3 is also an odd number. So, when we add two odd numbers, so 1 plus 3, what is it equal to? That is equal to 4. 4 is equal to what? 4 is equal to 2 square. Now, adding the first three odd numbers, that is 1 plus 3 plus 5. So, 1 plus 3 plus 5 is equal to what? That is equal to 9. And 9 is equal to what? That is equal to 3 square. Now, next I am going to add the the first four odd numbers. That is 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7. So, this is equal to 16. 16 is equal to 4 square. Okay. Now, next I am going to add the first 5 odd numbers. That is 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 9. And this is equal to 25. And 25 is equal to what? That is equal to 5 square. Okay. Similarly, next we are going to add the first 6 odd numbers. That is 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 9 plus 11. So this will sum equal to 36, and 36 equal to what? That is equal to 6 square, and so on. Next, if you add the first 7 odd numbers, then the sum will equal to 49, and 49 is equal to 7 square. So here you can say that when we add the first n odd numbers, n natural odd numbers, then that will be equal to n square. Okay. So if you are adding 6 odd numbers, okay, first 6 odd numbers, then the sum is equal to n square. Similarly, if you are adding first 5 odd numbers, then the sum is equal to 5 square. So if we are adding the first 5 or first 6 or first n odd natural numbers, then the sum is equal to n square. So this is our third interesting fact. Okay. Now going on to the next fact. So before moving on to the next fact, here one thing which we conclude from this fact is, if the number is a square number, it has to be the sum of successive odd numbers starting from 1. So to find out whether a number is a perfect square or not, what we can do is we can successively subtract odd natural numbers from the number beginning with 1. Like we can say that this I can show you. Suppose we have number 25. So I want to see whether this number is a perfect square or not. We know that it's a perfect square number. Just to check whether it's a perfect square or not, I will just subtract it with the odd number, starting with the first odd number, that is 1. So 25 minus 1 is equal to 24. Then the next odd number is 3. So 24 minus 3 is equal to 21. So minus next odd number is 5. So 21 minus 5 is equal to 16. Okay. So next odd number is 7. 16 minus 7 is equal to 9. Okay. So next odd number is equal to what? 9 only. So 9 minus 9 is equal to 0. Getting this as equal to 0, we can say that 25 is a perfect square number. So we can follow this method to find whether a number is perfect square or not. If we are not getting this as equal to 0, then we will say that the number is not a perfect square number. But we cannot follow this method to find whether a number is means to check whether a number is perfect square or not, because for big numbers this method can be very tedious. So following this method for big numbers is not advisable. Okay.
Thanks for watching this video. If you have any doubt, then let me know in the comment section. See you in the next video. Till then, bye bye.